So don't let Father come here. I thought Father was already... Am I wrong? I thought that, not Akinar, Atrus was already in... Where's the pointing location? It keeps almost turning into... There we go. I thought that Atrus was already in Serenia. Interesting this whole franchise is called Myst, but they don't take you back to Myst. Like ever. Okay, we have an underview of 2 bridges. Can I climb this way? Ah, I've crossed around behind because the roots is being attached. Can I go back down? Yes, you can. Let's go back down. I haven't really seen what's down there yet. It's like the second game was called Riven, the sequel to Myst. But then they went back to calling the series Myst from then on. Kind of almost wonder if... I wonder why they came up with Tomana as a location when they could have just had a they could have just taken you back to Myst as Atrus's HQ in each game, and then the title would make sense. But instead they made up Tomana, which has now been where they live for more games than it was in Myst. And it's like weird at that point that the series is called Myst. Okay, so we have a light. Might as well just point it straight for now. Until I have a better reason to do anything. Am I gonna shoot like lasers around? It does practically scream like the usual laser puzzle we see in games like this. Hello. Enjoy your trigophobia. Alright, so that thing he took is supposed to be here. And since he took it, this puzzle doesn't work, probably. Unless it's like the last game where you can kind of like solve it anyway. Which, because like in the entire last game we went to various puzzles that were supposed to be solved by Cirrus and Akinar when they were kids or teenagers. And then the other guy had just, Savidro had gone through and sabotaged a bunch of them, but then that just meant that the Traveler had to find alternate solutions, like for example going inside the lava room, which was very, very not OSHA recommended. Okay. I can do that to draw the bridge up. Where am I right now, though? Is the bridge the direction I came from, or no? The teleports get me really turned around sometimes. Now this is new, right? So I came from... They come from that side? I did. Yeah, it's just a really disorienting, like, around the corner teleport where you go really far. So it gets really hard to tell where you are and where you've been. So I imagine that you probably want to draw that bridge upward because there's probably a path under the bridge if it's out of the way. But then you have to navigate around afterwards. I'm not sure what order to explore places in. This place is really open. Knock, knock. Alright, no necklace memories of this location, no open door. Ah.
Remember, Agnar, we have to be discreet about this. The Protectors rarely come this way anymore, but if anyone sees us bringing materials inside...
Give me some credit. I was already planning on working at night, after the Protectors have gone home.
Remember, Agnar, we have...
Did he pronounce his name Agnar? Because that's so far off of how it's spelled that I'm like... baffled that that's where they landed. Agnar. Okay. I've been calling him Akinar because that's how it's spelled. I'd even maybe accept like Aknar, but I think he pronounced it Agnar like a G, which is like confusing. Although I think I've had a few moments of Cirrus's performer having strange pronunciations of stuff, so maybe I shouldn't think about that too much. What do you do? Neat. What's this one do? Oh, the door. Boy, that probably should have been closed when it was submerged. It was just underwater while open. Now what is in here? Came from that side. These look like controls, but they don't operate. Nothing here seems to be interactive. Does the door have a switch? I'm not entirely sure. It seems like maybe somebody has to use the controls from the outside. Ooh, what if I could catch something? That'd be interesting. So now that I know what the controls are, I'm wondering, like, what if I make it go underwater? Then I close the door. Then I bring it back up. You can't? Oh, there's an animation still playing, even though it's off camera. Now it's closed, but it should be fully full of water. I don't think there was a change. Huh. Oh well. I thought maybe I'd catch something and maybe like a fish or something from underwater would like dump out onto the shore when I did that. They did an animation for it and everything. This is a dead end for now. Let's keep poking around. I got a big old location to figure out. This area is quickly threatening to be like Riven levels of expansive. I'm just happy to be in the daylight again, and not the dark caverns we were in before for the last chapter. Little color diversity is good for being able to tell where you are. Is this going to loop around to a place I've been to before? Oh. There was a tornado here. That thing's there. That looks a lot like Cirrus's carving that he gave to Yeesha. Okay. You can finger the water. And what would you do? Ah. I have fiddled with the sluice gates again. That side's open, the other side's closed. Or vice versa. Ah. You can't go the other way. It stops you. So my only interaction is to close this side. I can't make that side stop spewing water that clearly has. That's why. Because Cirrus is an outright pain in the ass, and he broke it by hand. I thought there was water going through here. It looks dry from that angle. Wait, what? Is it glitched? It's clearly dry. I think I'm supposed to think there's no water on that side. But from here there is, so I'm not really sure. Huh. Either way, they gave me the option to do that, so I'm just gonna do it and assume that it's for a reason for now. And I'll use additional information as it is presented to me. This place is massive. My hand is on fire? Huh. I think there's elemental puzzles going on here. You take like the fire water, take it somewhere else, make it maybe a thing happens. But I'll need to figure out the context of it first, because I'm still just trying to explore this place and figure out how to walk around it, really. I've been here before. This level's starting to feel downright infinite. Have I been here yet? Oh, is this where... Am I back at the previous junction where I met the woman? I am. You peace out.
You're searching for Yeesha. I fear she may be in trouble, but we have not.
Okay, so it's just replaying the dialogue from before that I was there for. Okay, so ringing it a specific number of times might be a thing we have to do at some point, or maybe that's just an interaction they gave me because she was doing it earlier. I'm imagining there might be some sort of elemental ritual to do at some point involving like get the fire or the nature puffs, the seed pods, or the fire water, and then maybe take them to specific locations and then ring the bell X number of times or something. Maybe you hold one in your hand, then go to another source of a thing and then drop it in. Because back there, I think all three things I found are all next to each other over there. Is this where I came from earlier? I am beginning to desire a map. Even the tornado seems like it's the spirit I saw before. It has like a mask on its head, I think, but it's like really faint, so all you can kind of see is the bridge of the nose. Where am I? Is that the beginning? Like, of the entire game? I mean, age? It is. So I've somehow come all the way back here. Oh, man. Big old fire that way. Once again, a mask. Then you see it burn out again. Okay, I'm definitely wondering if the shrines light up in a sequence that tries to guide you towards where to find Yeesha. Maybe they're protecting her, trying to guide you there to save her or something. Oh right, the bridge is out. I was like, why can't I go anywhere? What's going on? Okay, this is gonna be a tough chapter to keep track of. I think I still have locations to explore though, so I'm gonna focus on that for now. I'm kind of still just poking around to get this the lay of the land. There's a lot of possibilities here. Like I see a lot of platforms where maybe you would place like some kind of tribute or sacrifice. I see a bunch of elements you can catch in your hand apparently that might be involved in some kind of ritual. But oddly enough, the only direction I've gotten so far about what to do was actually not about solving a puzzle here. It's Agnar, apparently. Is apparently his name. Telling me to leave and go to his age and do that age. Which, you know, fitting enough. Maybe you are supposed to just finish both of those first. But they don't wait for you to finish both of them to drop the book. They wait for you to finish one of them and then the book... Oh, Sirius is here? Friendly as always is what I'm noticing here. So Sirius and Agnar are both in this chapter. We kind of knew that because of the voiceover stuff earlier, but now we've seen both of them physically. Sirius is here right now. He just found something important at the bottom of the water here. And then to stop me from following in his tracks, he's destroyed the submarine device just outright because he has bombs. Of course he has bombs. You figure out how to make those in the Spire. We actually did that ourselves a bit. Look at that view.
Well, this is the most unique funeral I've ever attended.
This is important. I want to see if the ceremony is somehow influencing the transfer.
I wonder how many... So they're studying funerals. Sirius has a specific goal, probably not a happy one. Agnar talks about funerals though that they've attended. How many have they been to? They don't have a lot of... They don't seem to have a lot of family, and their family seems to have a nasty tendency to get exiled instead of actually dying in front of them. Their grandmother died, I suppose, because that's... Wasn't it their grandmother died and that's when their father started going kind of nuts? And then they had to exile him. So there's the door he blew off.
Use their harvester? Are you crazy? What if somebody notices?
You think you can hold your breath long enough? Go right ahead. But we can't begin the tests without at least a few empty memory globes, which only grow down there.
Fine. But you're stealing the filled ones if we need them.
So Agnar is clearly going along with Sirius's plan, at least on the outside. They're working together, but Agnar might be planning on subverting the plan itself and acting against it. Or he might just be lying to me like they do, because they do that a lot. They like to lie to me. Well, this is a very different place. Is this the memory chamber? No reaction from the pendant? Creepy little thing. Definitely something unnerving about a plant that moves on its own accord. Probably because one of the only plants that does that in a very visible, active way is the one that does so to eat living creatures. Ah, happy feelings. Alright, little hints of what's going on. This probably is the chamber they were pointing me at. There's the sunflower that just slowly looks around to face the sun, but that's like so slow that it's like not visible. But the ones that eat living creatures are pretty unnerving. Well, that's uncomfortable. So Yeesha is imprisoned. Akinar is working on whatever that weird triggerphobia thing is. And Sirius has his memory globe. Their plans involve Yeesha. The question is whether they need Yeesha for the plan itself, like something's gonna happen to her, or if she's just bait because they want to take out Atrus. Alright, I'm laying down in a bed. That might be it. There's no memory for this place. I may not be ready for this place yet, or maybe... I think maybe what happens is you take the memory globe and you take it to the plant downstairs, take it to that plant, maybe you give it to the plant and it holds it, and then you go here to experience the memory or something. At the moment, nothing's happening. And I don't have no indication from the necklace that there's a memory to experience. And without that, there's not much else to do, because this is not an inventory-based game, so I don't really have any objects to rub on it for now. Well, I've made it here. Didn't actually learn anything new compared to all the stuff I've picked up along the way when I was coming here. Namely that, we already knew that he was after the globes and that the other guy had the weird object that he has. Of course, we found that out here. And then that Yeesha has been captured. We also learned that all the people who live here are not very proactive about this problem, despite being apparently very aware of it. So good job, everybody. It's fine. It's just a kidnapped girl.
What happened? This is terrible. How are we supposed to maintain contact with the ancestors if we can't harvest any globes? Forgive me. I've seen your face so often in dream, I forget you're still a stranger here. You've been inside the memory chamber. You've seen the colorful lights crowning her walls. These are the memories of my people, taken from their bodies after their spirits moved on. In Serenia, the memory chamber stores our memories so that future generations can still visit us and dream. Empty globes for storing our memories are formed underwater, and we gather them using the harvester. So if I'm unable to fix it, I must see how bad the damage is. Oh, I was supposed to tell you, a few of my sisters have gathered in the Hall of Spirits to dream. If you go there after they've awakened, you might be able to learn more about what happened to Yeesha. Good luck.
Hall of Spirits might be the one that had like the 3 beds in it or something? Maybe. Yeah, we're getting a sense of how destructive Cirrus is and why Atrus was alarmed by how they behaved in the other chapters and the other acts. We had reference to their destructive behavior in the first game, and then in the third game, Savidro was like a direct victim of these two. But now in this game, we actually saw in first person just how casually he will just like wander into somebody else's culture, use their resources to his advantage, and then the moment that they've run their course, destroy them if it serves any purpose for him. He's like he just like, I don't even know if me going down there actually benefits me for the purposes of the story, but he sure as hell threw a grenade in there to make sure that I can't use it, and then also nobody else here can, even though they kind of need it.